Hey guys, so been a while since I've made a video. Not really sure why I haven't. Um, I guess one could say the creativity as such just never arose. But here is the moment. Here I am. And I wanted to tackle something about trying to get rid of oneself and the futility, and also perhaps to answer some of the questions around the sphere of, well, I've had a spiritual experience, now what? Now what? What do I do? What did it mean? What exactly am I going towards? What exactly is the purpose? Now, let's start with that. Like, what is the purpose of, maybe your question was that you had in that moment when you had a spiritual experience where you dropped away, you fell into nothingness, you merged with reality. Like, oh, what does this mean? What am I supposed to do with this? What do I do with what I just found? What does it mean about me? What does it mean about life? These are things that seem to come up as a human being, maybe because of how we were created, so to say. We have stories that we like to understand through, with a beginning, a middle, and an end, with a person going through the journey, with a meaning of that journey, with something that one finds at the end of it. One grows through it, one becomes, one learns. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually quite a beautiful aspect of creation itself, being itself, going through that. And on the one hand, that's what it's about, is going through what you're going through. Because in the end, what one finds, so to say, is that it's just us. It's just I. It's just you. Being, going through, experiencing the unfolding of ourselves. This thing, this multiplicity of stuff in the many forms. One is the form that we can talk through and understand through and see through and be through as what is called human. But there are journeys through alienness and octopusness and galaxiness, and how that's seen and felt and understood and means and is felt through and enjoyed through and all that stuff. So what you're going through and what you desire and what you want and what you think and how that changes is one's life, your life, my version of that. And it's also completely free of that, so to say. A wholeness, a perfection, a unbroken perfectness, a goodness, a not negative, an undividedness that is that is, simply just is. Not an is what, or an is that, it just is. But it's an is that also includes the experience of going through from a particular view, called maybe an incarnation. Which can be celebrated and enjoyed and frustrated with and confused with and lost in and coming out of and whatever takes place. So yeah, the other part of the video I want to get into, which is always I talked about, which was sometimes in this process we get into a spiritual process or a life experience in which we come to something called like this idea of an ego or a self, and perhaps there's this notion that one needs to get rid of or not be a self, or one needs to somehow drop self to merge with isness or beingness, which I was talking about in a word sense, perhaps energetically. But this self sense, this ego sense, this whatever idea sense of not something that is not in line with beingness, isness, is itself as much of a illusion or a thing we can fight with or be confused about or try to do that. Yes, it can be done and it's part of the process, as I was saying before, but it's also futile because this experience of experiencing life from a vantage point, a particular view, like there's no way to avoid the fact that one is experiencing from a particular vantage point, a view, a you perspective, or a perspective that is uniquely coming from one angle, so to say, and you, the viewer, coming from a particular angle. That is just gonna take place. And it's not a problem. It's not something you're trying to get rid of, or need to get rid of, or can get rid of. You can't get rid of consciously seeing. Consciously seeing is inherent within everything. Everything is consciously seeing in some sort of way. And the perspective of that some sort of way is within language, the you that is seeing from that perspective. One could say we're all a one, seeing through the multiplicity of ourselves, a particular angle. And that can't be gotten rid of. So that leads me to the end of this video, and if you have any questions, contentions, thoughts, feel free to share. I'll be happy to answer. If you'd like to subscribe. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful time.